I really like drawing designs right on my client's skin because it gives a more natural feel to the overall look of the tattoo. It's going to allow me to use the actual muscle placements and curves and shapes, peaks, valleys of the client's skin, of the client's body in order to really customize my design to give them something that fits according to their unique body, because no two arms, no two legs, no two bodies are the same. So it gives me this really nice custom feel to the design that you might not get if you're using a stencil. Unfortunately, I cut my client a little bit when I was shaving them. The razors that we have in the shop are super sharp, so you'll see me keep dabbing that side of the wrist to try and clean up that blood. And I'm just going through with my orange still, and I'm marking in the frame, the exteriors of my design, so that I just kind of have a placement map of where everything's going to fit in. The great thing about mushrooms is you can twist them, you can distort them, you can pretty much do whatever you want to them, and I can still make them look like mushrooms. So on the risk scale for drawing something on, this is a very, very, very low risk design because I can really easily change things up and it's still going to look great. It's not like a portrait where your eyes have to be the exact placement or the nose has to be exactly right. It's not like that. So if you're new to freehand drawing, when you're tattooing, do things that are really organic and really easy. And you can see how if I don't like where my lines are, I just make another line. And that's the beauty of using this multi-step process with Sharpies, because I'm just going to correct that in my next layers. Like you can see how rough and loose and messy this thing is, and that's what I want at this stage of the game. So at this point, I got my client to stand up, and I always want to check things out in a natural standing position, because when they're laying down, when their arm's on the armrest or whatever placement you're working on, things get distorted. The armrest tends to push and it changes the shape of the body. So you don't want to go through and draw your whole design on only to realize that things don't look right when you get to the final stages. Now you can see I'm using my red and I'm going in, and I'm going to make things a little bit even more refined at this stage of the game. I want to pay a little bit more attention to where my lines are, being a little bit more deliberate and precise with my drawing.